Joining us now for more is Professor Cyrille Cohen, head of the Laboratory of Immunotherapy at Bar-Ilan University and member of the Advisory Committee for Clinical Trials of the Israeli coronavirus vaccine. Joining us now from Petah Tikva. Cyrille, on the way to work, I saw a line for a testing center in Bat Yam. It must have been about 5 kilometers long. A lot of people confused about who should go out and get tested. What is your recommendation?
Basically, the rules are changing, and I think that we are coming to terms with the fact that we cannot have so many tests a day. So the virus is going to circulate. So basically what we know is people over the age of 60, which are usually more vulnerable, will be able to undergo a PCR test. People below the age of 60 that are vaccinated will have to just to do, in case of doubt, to do a regular home test, on antigenic test that you do at home yourself. And people that are not vaccinated will have to do that antigenic test, but at the, Magen David Adom, for example, a station or something like that. So it's a bit confusing, I have to tell you, but it's a reality. We don't have that capacity.
Right, but so one problem with that is the authorities have really made clear that the antigen tests are not as reliable as the PCR tests. That's why they've insisted on this. So now you're saying people who, we don't know, it could be bad case of flu, it could be coronavirus. You're going to have to rely on that antigen test, which the government has said is not 100% reliable.
No, that's true. That's true. And, just to make, I would say, a long story short, Israel is entering a new phase in its fight against COVID. We are no longer checking, the virus is going to circulate among people. I mean, it's just, the number of daily cases will have no meaning. We're going to base our assumptions mainly on what we're going to see in hospitals and perhaps a little bit of the test of, the 60-year-old plus. And that's all. So between you and me, I think that this has a lot of ramifications, also with the Green Pass, also with other, I would say, things that we've been used to follow. These past 2 years. So it's a change. It's a real change.
So you mentioned the over 60. We're getting that preliminary data from the Sheba study. Prime Minister Bennett, I would say, kind of hyping it up. 5 times as much protection from. Okay, you're already shaking your head. So maybe clarify that.
No, this is really preliminary results. We have to tell the truth. We went to that 4th dose without much, a scientific basis, just because we think that, it's not going to hurt, so it might just help us as we, just suppose that. So basically what we know today is that based on a really short-term study regarding the side effects, no side effects that are different from what we saw with a 3rd dose. Okay, but this is only for a week or so. Regarding the efficacy, it's very difficult to say if there is a real efficacy compared to the 3rd dose, because the levels of antibodies after that 4th shot are similar to what we saw after the 3rd shot. But still, because it's declining, antibodies are declining, because we are talking about a population that is at risk, the assumption is that this, I would say, boost in antibodies that will be transient might help those people not to develop a severe form of COVID in the next few weeks.
All right, so people over 60 like myself that get the 4th shot shouldn't just feel free to go to a crowded party and feel that we're all protected.
No, we know that we have to be cautious.
Okay, well, I certainly hope people take that advice, but still get that 4th shot. Professor Cyrille Cohen, thanks as always, clearing up these matters for us on the Rundown.
Thank you very much.